Tom asked Avery out on a date. Avery said yes to Tom, and Ash was not happy. Guys, the 90 Day Fiance Part 2 of the tell-all was on last night, and it was actually pretty good. We got to see the three best couples last night with Avery, Ash, and Tom, baby girl Lisa, and Usman, and we also got to hear from David and Lana. But we have to start off with what actually went down with Tom, Ash, and Avery, because the rumors have been circulating that did Tom actually slide in to Avery's DM and shoot his shot into her DMs, and did she actually say yes? Well, basically, yeah, that is what happened. Tom, once he got news that Avery and Ash have broken up, I don't know from who, but he found out. He went into Avery's DMs, lined up his shot, and shot his shot, and said, hey, you know, I think you're attractive. I don't know if you're into me. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but would you be interested in going to get some dinner or some food? And Avery said yes. And then about a minute later, Ash went to Avery and said, hey, Avery, thank you so much for saying yes to going on a date with Tom, even though we just ended our very serious relationship like a week ago. So clearly, Avery, you weren't very committed to me, and Ash was mad. And then it sounds like Avery asked Ash, well, how do you know this even happened? And Ash told Avery Tom took a screenshot and sent me the text messages, which that appears to be a lie. Sorry, I know so much is going on. We have Tom, Avery, and Ash's story, and they're all kind of completely different, but it sounds like Ash told Avery, hey, Tom sent me the screenshot of your text, and I saw it from my own, eyes, and then it came out later, actually, no, Ash did lie. And then Tom had his own story where he pretty much just said, I asked her out, but it was kind of just like a friendly thing as castmates, which Avery said that was not the case. But Tom said, no, it was just friendly. I was being kind, I was being nice. And he also said, I even asked out Stephanie, who was with Erica, once I found out that she was single, because he, is so into her too. So Tom seemed loud and proud and definitely full of himself last night, and he had nothing to hold back. He pretty much just said it like it was. He had to put on a little bit of a dramatic skit, and he had to turn off his camera and walk out and then come back, whatever, all happy, blah, blah, blah. But I think that was just for show. Do I think that he really asked out Avery? I'm sure. I'm not shocked that he did. Tom definitely thinks he is like James Bond 2.0. But do I think that they would ever really actually go out? No, because they live in totally different countries. I don't know if Tom is trying to find his way to get over to the States or what, but he lives over in England. He doesn't even live here. So I don't know why he asked out her or Stephanie, because they are in two different countries. Either way, Tom did ask out and slide into Avery's, and it sounds like Stephanie's, DMs. And what did Ash think? Well, Ash was number one. He was just mad at Avery for saying yes, which I kind of understand, kind of don't, because they were done, and it wasn't anything serious. It was just dinner, but their relationship did just end pretty recently, it sounded like. And Ash was also really upset with Tom because he was like, hey, I was dating her, we were in a relationship, I kind of consider you a friend, and now you're going after her. That's, not cool. But I think he understood what was going on, and he probably really wasn't even that upset. And Tom just said, hey, I don't care, I'm being me, I'm doing what I want to do, I'm shooting my shot, and that is it. And the next couple would be Lisa and Usman, and oh my god, they did a lot of back and forth barking at each other. That's pretty much what they did the entire time. Long story short, the main interesting thing I kind of got of the whole situation was that they brought up the fact that Usman talked about having several wives. It was kind of interesting, kind of hilarious, because Usman said this: if Lisa can't give me a baby, then I am going to marry another woman, or just, have another wife to have a kid with. And Lisa said, if Usman can support me and probably even my kid, and then he can go and get his own other, wife to have his own kid with, whatever. And so I took that as, well, it's basically two things that are physically impossible. Number one, Lisa's not having another kid anytime soon. She said that she's 53 or 54 years old. That is not happening. Number two, Usman is, I guarantee you, not going to be able to support Lisa and her own daughter. And Lisa was saying, get my car insurance, pay for my house, pay for my food. That is not going to happen. Usman said in an interview a couple days ago that Lisa makes $1,000 a week $4,000 a month, which in my eyes is like a ton of money. And Usman said that's nothing. That's not even, that much money. And so if he doesn't think $4,000 a month is that much money in America, he needs to get over here, step on some US soil, and realize that most jobs, average Joe jobs, they don't pay that well unless you are some huge big shot celebrity rapper, which maybe he will become. But I do not see it ever happening that Usman is going to be able to financially support Lisa, her daughter, and go find another woman and support her and her, their own kids that they would have together. So they basically both just said, yeah, Usman can go get a second wife if two physically impossible things happen. Because Usman was saying, if Lisa can have me a kid, well, that's not going to happen. So there you go, Usman, you can go get another wife. But Lisa said he can only get a wife if he can support her and her kid, which that is never going to happen. So it's two wrongs. They're never going to work. It was probably just for the show. It was just what they had to say to keep up their little skit going. We have to do the last but not least, and that is David. David and Lana. However, Lana was not there last night. Shocker. And where was Lana? God only knows, doing who knows what, and she did not want to be there. And according to David, him and her are done. They are not really even still engaged because there's been so much negativity and backlash with everything going on with the show. It sounds like she kind of just said, I am done with you, and I am going back on those dating sites to meet someone else. But David said he wouldn't be shocked if they rekindled in the future, and I take the words rekindling, meaning David sticks his hand in his pocket, pulls out a little bit of coin, and gives her something, because I don't know what rekindling they even have. It was just a long, awkward, embarrassing little segment for David. I think he is incredibly delusional, but I don't think he's some horrible, weird, guy. I think he's just super, super, super lonely and delusional, and the poor guy is trying to find the love of his life. Some reason he is set in stone on this Lana lady. He could seriously probably meet any nice woman anywhere in the whole world, including in America, but he wants a Ukrainian woman. And Ed and David were barking back and forth. They were going crazy. Probably a part of it was just for the show, but yeah, they were all upset. And David did say that he spent $200,000 to $300,000 on his whole Ukrainian dating stuff in the past. And of course, that made Ed get really vocal on his thoughts on the whole situation. And then he even said, because Sean asked him, hey, are you guys talking over the phone now because you did buy her an iPhone? And David said, no, we're not talking on the phone because her nails don't work well with the iPhone. And oh my God, it was just like a boom, explosion. Everyone was laughing. Everyone was going crazy. Ed got really vocal when David said that. And I was just sitting there like this, just shaking my head going, dude, David, come on, man. You can't be this delusional. But I think I think the poor guy's trying to find love, and I think he is trying to find love in a horrible place with Lana. So David and Lana not together. We did get to see Caesar. He came on to kind of pitch his opinion because remember, Caesar did meet Maria online, and she's in the Ukraine. And then David did hilariously say, yes, I did meet Maria, and we talked for about 30 minutes. We had nothing in common, and we went our separate ways. And Caesar said, which I already covered this a couple weeks ago, but Caesar did say that he met Maria. Don't buy it, not even gonna get there. There's no way that Caesar and Maria ever did meet, but he did say that. And that is basically it from the full tell-all. Oh my God, it was super long. After the tell-all, we had the new season of 90 Day Fiance, and I watched it. It was pretty good. Half of the episode came out on the TLC Go app like a week ago, so I watched a lot of it already. The more I'm seeing these couples, the more I'm thinking we are going to be in for a totally different situation than what happened last season. Last season, it was all drama, drama, drama. This season, I think it's going to be a little bit more real, and I hate to say it, but a little bit more boring. We don't have any David and Lanas this season from what I can see. I mean, we already know Jenny and Sumit, they might be the most explosive couple we are going to see. Some people think that they're actually in love. I'm kind of on the fence. I do wish them the best. Jihoon and Devin are there. They're kind of just blah. They're kind of just there. Nothing too exciting. I do like them though as a couple. Brittany and Yasmin, they are a new couple. there's about a 2% chance that they're going to work. At first, I was like, oh, they're kind of cute. But now, I don't even know. Maybe Brittany might even just be here for the show, for the fame, and that is it. She is a rapper, she is a social media influencer, and she is a couple of other things. And Yasmin seems like a simple, down-to-earth guy who does not want any fame or anything like that. So I don't know how these two really clash and how they're going to work. Then we have Ariella and Biniam, I think, and yeah, not really interesting. They don't seem to interest me at all. She is pregnant. I don't think if she wasn't pregnant, they would even be together anymore. So they just kind of seem there, not very interesting. And then we have Kenneth and Armando. They are okay, I guess. I don't have anything bad to say about them. I think they could work. There is a ginormously huge age gap, but I think they're one of those couples that they do genuinely seem to be in love, and they're probably going to work, and they're probably going to be pretty drama-free. And hey, we have two kinds of viewers, and I'm kind of in the middle. Some people just want to see the people fall in love and be happy. Some people want to see these couples go crazy, and the drama, and the David and the Lana, and the Caesar, and everything. I kind of like a mix of the both. I think we're going to get a lot more love than drama this season, but I could be totally wrong. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Put in the comments below one of two things, or heck, even both. Number one, I would love to hear from you guys. What do you think of the tell-all from last night? What are your guys' thoughts? And number two, what does everyone think about this new upcoming season and this couples? Is it gonna be good, bad, or ugly, or a mix of everything? So let me know in the comments below, and make sure to stay tuned for many more videos.